Real quick, guys, if anybody didn't get that calculator Bible last time, it's right here. And it's got, if we ever do something on the calculator in class, take that sucker out and have it sit next to you. You can't use it on a quiz or a test. You might as well use the hell out of it while you can so it gets in your head. So remember I gave you that calculator Bible last time? It's got all the steps of how to do these things. Cool.
You say class with, say range of classes, does that mean?
Oh, yeah, so the range will be, it goes from 56 to 76. So that's the range it covers. So high minus low, and then divided by 5. And that's where we came up with the 4.
And then once I get this,
That tells you how wide to make these. So if it came out to like 3.7, you would round it up to 4. You always round it up to the next whole number. And that tells you how far apart these should be. That's right.
divided by classes, which is 5.
No, you've already divided by 5. The top is the range. It tells you how far the data ranges. From 56 to 76 is 20 data points worth of stuff. And then divided by how many classes you want to tell you how wide each one has to be to cover the whole thing.
And this whole chart is equal to 50, right? Because there's 10 down,
Exactly.
5 across.
So you'll get 2 out of
5 times
50,
10 is 50.
8 out of 50.
So you divide the numbers you
There's
have
2 out of 50
for,
there,
like this,
8 out of 50 there.
for this class. There's only 2 of them, so
All right, guys, let me catch up to you. I think
2 divided
the
by
first
50.
class you got 2, right?
And then that gives me 4%. And then
What about
next
the
one,
second class?
8 divided by 50, that's 16%.
This class?
16 divided
16?
by 50. And then
15?
32%. And you just fill it in.
9. Cool. If there was a larger sample, we would definitely probably see, now considering what this group is made of, they're made of men and women. And women, on average, are shorter. So if there was a larger sample, we would probably see kind of 2 defined peaks. Here we don't. I think that's because there's, I don't know if there's less men or women, I can't remember. The men's peak is probably kind of hidden down here. The women's peak is probably right in there somewhere. You guys semi with me? Yeah. This sort of makes sense. I mean, I would expect more people to be in here. I mean, height is something that's definitely known to be what's called normally distributed. More people in the middle, fewer people at the extremes. Cool. Where's my, turn this dude around. I may see him. So putting this thing together, what do I have to use on my graph? What do I have to use here? And this will be 59.5 and so forth. Anybody do it my way?
I tried to remember what it was.
Yeah. So my way would have this first class go from 56 to 60, 60 to 64. That's my way, right? And then there's no limits and boundaries are both the same thing. Where does 60 go? It's repeated, but not really because it's not allowed to be 60, so 60 would go there. So I understand why more people gravitate here because one thing, you have the book to kind of back you up, and also people kind of don't like variables and interval notation so much that they want to bring it back into their lives. I understand. I try not to let it bother me, but that's all right. How do I make the relative frequency here? Oh, real quick. These, thank God, add up to be 50. That's a quick check you always want to do. All right. First off, make sure there's 50 in the calculator. Secondly, make sure you caught 50 pieces of data here. And relative frequency would be, for this guy,
4%.
And somebody had a really good shortcut, of course, when it's out at 50, you double it to make it out of 100, and that's what percentage is. So double 8,
16%,
16,
32%, 30%,
18%. And this one, of course, would add up to exactly 100 because we didn't have to round it all. The bottom is nice, 50, so didn't have to round it all. So when I make my picture, heights in inches of math and 60 students. This will be frequency here. So I'm not trying to be evil. I'm just trying to make sure you read directions, right? So be careful about what type of thing I ask for. Yeah.
When you're working with like a weird bottom, like 32 or 45 or something like that, would you want to make sure you round up and down the same amount of times to make sure you get 100%?
No, just truly round. Truly
Okay.
round, because
So don't worry about
if
100%.
If you force it to go the wrong way, you're kind of misrepresenting your data.
Okay.
It's okay if it adds up to not 100. We see that all the time. When you see a pie graph or something, very often they'll say, it might not add up to 100% because of rounding. You know, they always say that, which is understood. It's going to happen. So don't force it to be one thing, just round it, truly round it. And normally go out like one decimal place here, because we can't be that precise in the picture anyway. If you can be, well, that's good. Yeah.
When you're using your way to graph it, how would you?
My way to graph it would be just have 56, 60, 64. I don't have to worry about boundaries. I gotta be careful. I don't want to talk bad about this way, but I just really don't understand why books are going this way. Well, this is just so much better. It's for so many reasons.
And it's just that I was a little confused. The last time you did it, I thought you put
I did, because we have this way.
No. The less than or equal to on both.
No.
Say the 60 and the both 60s.
No, can't do
But,
that.
Yeah, now I'm seeing.
Okay, cool. So this will have to be the 55.5. Then you just go up by 4, because that's our class width. Oh, and this last one will be a little freaky, right? Because we had to bump it up by 1 so I can suck that last data point in. And then what scale do I want here? Yeah, maybe we can go by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 16. Yeah, Jeff. And now here's the easy part, right? Now you just make the bars as high as they're supposed to be. First bar goes up to 2, then 8, 16, 15, and 9. So see, you can see the second peak for the men is probably in here. But since we have a smaller sample and we chose 5 classes, we lose resolution, right? So if we had a larger sample and we could use 6 or 7 classes, then we would probably see a peak for the women and a peak for the men. Okay, cool. Yes, ma'am.
When we graphed it, didn't we use the relative frequency part instead of the...
No, because I asked for a frequency histogram on this one.
Okay.
Last time we made a relative frequency histogram. And if you did use the percentages, doesn't yours look the same, of course? It can't change, it can't change the shape. It just changes the labels on the, it should. It just changes the labels on the axis.
Okay.
How we feel about histograms? Are they decent? They shouldn't kill you. All right, good. Because I'm considering having, I'll let you guys decide. We could either have a quiz on just histograms on Wednesday. Monday's a holiday. Or we can have a quiz on histograms plus some more of chapter 2 on that following Monday. Just histograms.
Yeah.
I had no idea which way. Normally students want to go further in the future, but I'm with you. Less stuff on the quiz, John. I got you. So there will be a quiz a week from today on the histograms. Because remember, we finished 2.2 and 2.3 last time. So the homework, you should be able to turn it in 2 class periods later. You guys start to see a pattern here. I don't give you a quiz until the day that you should have that homework done if you're on track. Yeah.
Monday's a holiday, bro.
That's right. So we're going to do Wednesday. Yeah. Don't worry. That's plenty. I'll let us out of here a little early. Don't get used to it. So that's for you. Homework didn't get turned in yet. Please give me back my calculators. Can't pay for them. Can we turn it on? Yep. You're fine. Looks okay. Yeah, I think you're enough. Now I'm just going to go through it and explain it correctly. But yeah, at least you got the idea of everything.
Sorry.
I can't even pronounce my Swedish name. I didn't even know his name.
I made the mistake of picking up my first semester here, and I'll let you know the Thursday.
But yeah, just,
Yeah, I
the
did.
reviews.
I made sure.
And it was terrible. Like, you would work out a whole problem just like that without saying anything. Then he would just say, oh, I did this problem by doing this. I did this part over here by doing this. I did this part over
Yeah,
here.
that's what I did.
He was it's like he was doing it all in his head, and we were just.
If not quite done today, hopefully soon. Be on track. So,
All the chapter?
homework is not, late until after the data test.
Oh, it's not late?
It's not late until you try to turn it in after the data test. I want you to turn it in continuously, so I can keep up with it too. And so you're on track. Yeah, but it's not
Wait,
late,
can
so
we
you
keep
can.
it so we can
Oh,
see
yeah,
it?
hell yeah. Yeah.
So we have to, after the test time, we turn it in, or?
Until the data test. But I'm hoping not everybody does that and have a stack like that. Online homework, you can just do that. Oh, the announcements, oh, I should, I guess.
Your wallet's full.
I don't know if I'll remember. Oh, because it's two, in this class, there's two. In this class, there's eight, so it went up to 8. So, yeah, so the height is a quick visual of where most things are, so most people are in here. Yeah.
There's extras.
Cool.